Hello everybody! So today I'm here to talk to you about road trips. It's one of those things that always kind of weighs on my mind when it comes time for summer, just because that's what my family did a lot whenever I was younger. Mostly because flying all 6 of us was going to be really expensive. But even now I try to take little road trips as often as I can, even if it's only a couple of hours to go see that one aunt who owns all of the Indiana Jones movies and plays World of Warcraft with her husband for dates. I have the coolest aunts and uncles. Or maybe I'm just going down to see my dad so we can watch some Quentin Tarantino movies and I can shop at Sephora because I've become that person. But regardless, road trips are kind of one of those things that people romanticize a lot. And normally whenever I go on road trips, my muscles ache, I get really annoyed with the people in the car, I have a headache, I have motion sickness, and whatever music is on the radio is clearly somebody else's music because it's getting on my nerves. However, I just finished the Disenchantments by Nina LaCour. And it's a quiet young adult novel about a group of kids that are going on a road trip. They're really going on tour with the band that's called the Disenchantments, and they are truly terrible. It's an all-girl group, and they're obsessed, each one of them, with different girl groups, from Heart and the Supremes to the Runaways. So you can't help whenever you're reading this book to hear music as you're reading it. It's kind of like reading an indie film. That's the best way I could think of to describe it. Nina LaCour has a way of kind of ripping the emotions out of a situation and throwing them in the reader's face. So everything that you're reading is resonating so well that by the time you get out of each situation, you feel like you have to put the book down for a little while and kind of mull it over. And for that reason, it's taken me about a week to read it when usually it takes me like a day or 2 to get through a young adult novel because I get sucked in. And this novel sucked me in. It also kind of like squeezed random organs, and that sounds very painful, but it was really awesome. But it got me thinking about all the road trips that I've been on, and not just ones with family that I did when I was little and could only listen to my CD player because iPods didn't exist and I had to carry this huge thing of CDs with me so I could have a good variety. It also made me think about the time that I road tripped with my friend Samantha to Chicago, and we listened to the craziest, stupidest music. Because the music on road trips is just as important as the scenery you're passing. It's there to keep you awake, it's there to keep you involved, and it's there to kind of connect everything together. It makes everything this kind of infinite moment. There's a reason why Charlie in Pursuing a Wallflower only feels infinite when the music is up and the wind is going past his face through that tunnel. It's just this feeling you get when you're traveling and the windows are down and the music is up. And it's not a feeling that you can really recreate in any other way. So there's this thing that I do whenever I read a book where I associate it with a song that I like. But with this particular book, I can't help thinking of Flowers in Your Hair by the Lumineers. The actual song has got a little plucky guitar melody, and it's got these kind of lovely, simple harmonies that flow out of each other, and it's a short song, and it just kind of is there and then it's gone. It's like a breeze, but like a peppy, happy breeze, so like the cool breeze on a really hot summer day. So the entire time that I'm reading the Disenchantments, I'm hearing the Lumineers, even though they're talking about Heart, which I love Heart, and the Supremes, and just these awesome, really powerful girl groups. Disenchantments is a really good book, and not just because it's about a kind of situation that everybody goes through. It's the end of high school and trying to figure out what to do next. And even if you're not in the position of trying to figure out what to do after school, trying to figure out what you're going to do next if you're in something that feels like you're at a plateau is a really difficult thing to figure out. And so it's a very relatable story, and the characters are just strange in the best way, and so it's kind of easy to relate to them if you feel a little off kilter. And the way that Nina LaCour describes the towns they're going through and the people they meet and their stories, it feels like anybody you can meet whenever you're walking in your own town. LaCour's style is very genuine and admirable. There's just something about it that pulls at you. So I guess I'm just here, really, to tell you that you should read The Disenchantments if you haven't yet, and you should listen to Flowers in Your Hair by the Lumineers if you haven't yet, and you should look up old Heart songs, and you should listen to the Supremes, and you should go on a girl band kick, because everybody needs to go on a girl band kick at some point. And as much as that rambled, I think that's all I have for you today, but I will see you next week.